Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 20th verse, 34th. 20th chapter, 34th verse. Padam dvitiyam kramata dvivishtapam navai tritiyaya tadiyam anvapi urukramasya angri upari upariyato maharjanabhyam tapasah param gataha. The Lord took his second step. He covered the heavenly planets, and not even a spot remained for the third step. For the Lord foot extended higher and higher beyond Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. So many lokas. So there is the difference between the Lord and us. We have a tendency to discuss glorious activities of somebody. That is why newspapers are surviving. Prabhupada says the nature of a man is to hear about some wonderful or some glorious activity of somebody. That's a nature. You know what happened? Oh, what happened? You know, he did this. Oh, really? We have a tendency to hear. And in the spiritual world, this is dovetailed towards hearing the glorious pastimes of the Lord. And in Goloka, these glorious pastimes are not in the display of power and the display of love of Krishna. There they are not. Yashoda Ma is not interested. You tell her Krishna is taking 2 steps covering you, she says, I am not coming. She is not interested. When every day they inform her, that Kali, oh, don't talk about that Kaliya Leela. I get so disturbed hearing of. Even lifting Govardhan, she thought maybe Nand Maharaj did it. What he will do? He is a small kid. Nand Maharaj was also trying to assist, with his stick. So she felt maybe he did it. Oh, he is a small kid. So they are differently enchanted. Prabhupada talks about enchantment. Because they are enchanted by this, Prabhupada said, either you are enchanted by the sweet smiles of Krishna or you are differently enchanted. Think of what you are enchanted by. That marks a man. A man, glories are known by what he is enchanted by. So generally we are attracted to the wonderful activities of people in this world and we are enchanted. Because we are also desiring Bhoga and Aishwarya. Oh, look at this person. He became so rich. He became so famous. And we are enchanted. And we also, heart of the heart, aspire if I can reach that. But devotees are enchanted by the prowess of Krishna and wonderful qualities of Krishna. At this stage of devotion service which we are in, we have to understand the power also of Krishna. Therefore, Vishwarupa, the description which is there here, is needed for us. The giant form of the Lord, which covered the universe in one step, and the second step broke the covering. We have to. It's needed for us. Because otherwise, we will make the Lord very cheap like us. It's important for us. And we discussed this point many times. In the Bhagavatam also, in the second canto, there is an elaborate description of the creation of the world. In the fifth canto, the description of the whole universe. We are discussing of the Janaloka, Tapaloka, what is happening in every part. To some extent, it describes the position, the distance. There is a lot of discussion in the fifth canto, the Vedic cosmology. So many times you may feel, what's the need to do all these things? Just talk about, now it's needed. Hare Baba, what is the need? Parikshit Maharaj, to hear all the discussion of the universe, it's needed. That is also glories of the Lord. Because heart has to accept the glories of the Lord, then it will bow down. Correct? And you have to understand the whole cosmic situation. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, there is a description of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Satoguna. Now, what is the need? What is the need to discuss about Tamoguna, Satoguna, Rajoguna? Bhagavad Gita is transcendental, but we are not transcendental. We have to know how do you know? Just like Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about the activities of a liberated soul. That's the meaning of Chaitanya Charita Amrita, nectar of the activities of the liberated soul. But that we hear, that's good, but we have to know where we are situated now. How do I know? That's Tamoguna. We can know. Oh, these are the symptoms of Tamoguna. Oh, this. I have to know where I am. A thermometer, we take temperature. Rajoguna, again we take temperature and we know where we are. You say Satoguna is say 98.4 is healthy. Satoguna you can say like 100 degree. That is also to some extent Maya. And 102 degree you can say is Rajoguna. And 105 degree is Tamoguna. Very dangerous. We can die at any moment. And yesterday night we were hearing a short class of Prabhupada. A small point taken by Prabhupada from Prabhupada classes. And the point taken was that the devotee is not scared of anything, but is very fearful of being trapped by Maya. He is very fearful. Why is he very fearful and trapped by Maya? He knows the consequences. Very horrible. Very horrible. Correct? Just like Prabhupada says, the four regulative principles, the devotee knows what consequence it is if I break that. He's very scared of that. Just like if you get informed. So this is the value of informing the whole cosmic situation. Oh, if I describe you only the spiritual world, I don't tell you about Janaloka, Tapaloka, and then below, Tala, Sutala, Tala, and below that, and the varieties of hellish planets. So you know your situation in this world. It's like if I tell you, you get sick, you break your bones, you have this problem, you have to go to this part of the universe, this part of the hospital, and you have to suffer. Oh my God, won't you be careful? To walk carefully so that you do not slip, isn't it? Once, when you slip, nowadays as the age is growing, the bones don't heal quickly and they easily crack. Little slip, the bone cracks. You understand this point? And it doesn't heal. Sometimes 6 months there is a plaster. And they have to put so many support, they have to put screws and pains. So a description, okay, I can describe you the healthy situation where you can dance in the city. But I also tell you, in a hospital, if you break your bones, you have to go to that ward and you will suffer like this. It's important. Then I'll be careful walking. Therefore, there are 2 instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Now, two instructions for the devotee: always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Both. Always remember Krishna is you can jump in the spiritual world and dance. Chaitanya Charita Amrita. Activities of the liberated soul. And forget Krishna means that something else is going to happen here. Never forget Krishna. So both instructions are given. Prabhupada says our spiritual advancement comes by two steps. One step to practice Krishna consciousness, other steps to keep the senses away from sense objects. Both should go parallelly, not just one. Okay, I'll chant Hare Krishna. No, keep your senses away from sense objects. That is also needed. Okay, why? What's wrong? I'll not go to the spiritual world. I will not go to the spiritual world. Then where you will go, you should know that. That will help you to advance in spiritual life. Just like you tell somebody, if you take this food, you will become very healthy and happy. Oh, very nice. But if you take that food, you'll go to hospital and you'll suffer, you'll have indigestion, you'll not be able to sleep in the middle of night, you'll have to, stomach will roll. So many things will happen. What happened to me yesterday? What you will do? I don't know. This problem will happen, that problem will be, okay, I'll be careful. You understand? It's both are needed. Many times we as devotees, we consider ourselves liberated. We say, no, we don't need to know about hellish planet. Please read. When anybody reads about the 23 varieties of hellish planet, a fear goes, his body shakes with fear. Abba, it's good, that's good. Just like death. Why did Krishna design death? He should only design an opportunity. When you think about death, oh my God. Prabhupada says many times, if somebody not interested in spiritual life, talk about death. Immediately get interested. Talk about death. So similarly, if somebody is not interested in Krishna consciousness, somebody went to Srila Prabhupada, they said, this man, he says he is very happy and he is not scared of death. Prabhupada said, don't talk to him. So why? He's a madman, don't talk to him. No use talking to a madman, you're wasting your time. So actually it's true, this fearful material nature has been created to propel us to better go to the spiritual world. And the fearful material world is not just for a fear, that is for reforming us. If suppose somebody doesn't learn, by Krishna gives two things. One opportunity is, we hear what Bhagavatam says, we chant Hare Krishna. Krishna is so merciful. Nam akari bahuda nija sarva shakti. And I take advantage and go back to Krishna. But other thing is, if you do not take advantage of this, then I have to be reformed by a stick, by danda. Two ways of reformation is there. One positive reformation by good instruction, good counsel, and one by stick. Our condition is actually both are needed. True? True, as devotees, generally, just like Prabhupada used to say, for the children in the Gurukul, Prabhupada gave instruction that you can raise the stick, but don't touch the child. Generally for devotees, the hellish conditions are not given. Krishna doesn't do that. Whatever it is, devotees chanting Hare Krishna, his even hellish condition is reduced. Karmani nihdati kintuja bhakti bhaja. Yasur indra gopa matavendra ahosa karma. Bhanjanu rupa bhala bhaja namatanoti. Karmani nihdati kintuja bhakti bhaja. Krishna reduces the sinful reactions for a devotee. If he has hand is to be cut, example, small cut will be in the hand. Small sample is given. Because devotees, they are trying to serve Krishna, they are very dear to Krishna. So Krishna doesn't want them to. He knows there is no need to beat them with a stick. They will understand. I don't need to do a fearful situation too. And by serving Krishna, they also become dear to Krishna. So in that situation, the devotees being very dear to Krishna, Krishna doesn't make them suffer like that. But still, fearful material nature is there, that you cannot be spared. And that example is in the life of Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj was very, very advanced, and it said he reached the bhava stage, one stage before Krishna Prema. And he was enchanted also in a very slight way, no? What is the enchantment? Taking care of a deer. He was not enchanted like Ajamila. You think he would have rejected immediately. Imagine a prostitute had come to that forest where he was doing meditation. He was too advanced for all that small tricks. His trick was very refined, Maya, it catches you nowhere to catch. You understand? So what is the catch for the small enchantment? And he gets trapped. And the Bharat Maharaj gets trapped. Therefore it says for a spiritualist to get attracted to social welfare activities is the first trap. It almost looks spiritual. Most of the people in the society also, they take social welfare activities to be spiritual. Okay, they may be fooled, but a spiritualist should not do that. He should know what is the difference. When Srila Prabhupada was spreading the movement worldwide, so many times people came to Srila Prabhupada. You have to open hospitals, you have to open orphanages, you have to take care of hungry people. Don't you think these proposals came everywhere? As the institution became bigger and richer, this was a demand by the society. And Prabhupada kept his focus because he knew it's a symptom of fall down for a sannyasi. In fact, Prabhupada used to joke, as Vaishnavas we have paradukha dukhi. It's not that we don't feel, but we do it in such a way that the help is given. At the same time the karma is finished. Just like, suppose you have boil in your hand. I just blow over that boil. That's not going to help. Correct? So similarly, if the Lord is punishing somebody, there is no point in, suppose Lord has made a plan to punish somebody. You cannot do anything now. He will punish this way or that way. So social welfare activities have to be little deeply understood. Mostly we misunderstand social welfare activities. The devotees do it in a different way. Just like suppose somebody is hungry, we may give him some prasadam. We may call to temple, do some harinama, give prasadam. In our own way we should do. Prabhupada insisted we should do in our own way. We partner with the governments and all. They don't allow you to chant the holy name. What's the use then? We should do. We have prasadam distribution. If you're really hungry, we'll come and we'll do it in our own way. We do kirtan, we will talk about Krishna, then give you prasada. So in that way, when we help the person, actually we have eradicated his sin. Correct? Now he doesn't have to suffer. But you just try to suppose give some food to somebody and is not good, that suffering will come to him. Suppose somebody has been like Duryodhana. Arjuna was telling, let us forgive him. Krishna is not going to forgive him. He has to be punished. Arjuna requested, no, let us forgive Duryodhana. Krishna is not going to forgive him unless he does devotion service. Correct? That's the only way to be forgiven for sinful activity. Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishami masucha. Krishna will free us from sinful activities only when we surrender unto him. True, no? So then we make people somehow engage in devotional service by participating in Harinama, by hearing about Krishna, by partaking prasadam. And then his all sinful activities also is getting washed away. That's real help. Simply intervening, somebody is suffering, but you have just shifted. Some other way he has to suffer. You understand? The karma is not going to leave him. It's not a joke to remove. You cannot remove somebody's papa karma. But it can be removed if he engages in devotional service. Therefore, devotee is very intelligent when trying to help society. He is very carefully does his activities of help. So coming back here, Bali Maharaj and Vamandeva. The Vamandeva is taken second step. And not only he has done wonderful activity. Why done such great activity? Because that becomes for us hearing. When you hear about the wonderful narration of the Lord, our faith and love for the Lord increases and the narration purifies us. Therefore the Lord comes to this world with his activities and he sees his activities are recorded. Something very interesting which I don't know if you people read about Jambavan was there. It is mentioned now. The Riksharaj Jambavan. I was telling you that day. The Jambavan has a very big history. He is the son of Brahma. Born right in the beginning. Very right in the beginning of the creation. Perhaps one of the first sons of Brahma. And very powerful, extremely. And he sees all the different incarnations of the Lord. Shri Radha Govinda ki. He sees all the different incarnations of the Lord. In fact, now it is said when Lord took Vamana Rupa in some other Purana, he circumambulated the Lord many times. It is, and now he is there. That is not mentioned here, but he circumambulated, I read, many times the Lord. He enjoys all the leelas of the Lord. He is almost like, living for a very long time. He keeps seeing. Therefore, it is in Ramayana also. When they are going to the cave, he knows it happens in every time. He said, so we will go inside this cave. Yeah, I know this. No, how do you know? No, that's some old story. Because for him, the Lord's Leela repeating many times. He keeps seeing the Lord's Ram's Leela. Sita is lost. Oh, I know it is going to happen. He's like, you understand? He's having one of the interesting personalities. He's there in Lord Krishna's Leela also. And he gives the Jambavati. He marries to Lord Krishna. It's very interesting personality. It is said once he was circumambulating and with his, he's very powerful, extremely. With the nails he scratched Mount Sumeru. So that time he got cursed. You lose. Too much you're creating upadra like a monkey, and you become old man now with no energy. So therefore he was, and when we met Lord Krishna, he was like an old man, no energy. Okay. But then he was given a benediction. When Lord Rama's war is there, you'll get all the power. You see that when he was there on the shore of the ocean, when he reminded Hanuman, he's like Riksha, very weak. But when the war started, he became full. He was too powerful in the war. He was destroying the Ravana's army. He's very powerful. He's son of Brahma. Very powerful personality. So the Jambavan is also mentioned here. It will come in this Leela. He will also say, Jai, Jai. He is enjoying. For him, okay, my Lord again. Wow, what a form you take. Covering the universe in 2 steps and breaking the covering of the universe and bringing the Ganges in. And this is unimaginable. It's just beautiful. So these kind of pastimes, when we hear, Urukrama means Lord does great activities. Uru means great. We cannot do such activity. Our activities are very small. Our step, krama also refers to step. Our steps are how much steps you can take. But Lord's steps are very big. He can cover the universe and his steps, and so many things happen. So this is for us to appreciate more and more the glories of the Lord and advance in spiritual life. Shri Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna